Hello, my fellow humans, and welcome back to Scatter Love Tarot with your girl coming at you with another pick a card reading. Today we are doing surprise messages from your spirit guides. First, I do want to say thank you to anyone and everyone that continues to be a supportive part of this journey, this channel, and this ever-growing tribe. I'm truly honored to be sharing this time in this space with you. And for those of you that are new here, welcome. This is a reminder that we are all here sharing this human experience and that this is a safe space to show up as your highest, most aligned, loving, authentic self. Remember that these are general readings, so take what resonates, leave what does not. If it should resonate, it would mean so much and help support the channel if you were to like, comment, and subscribe down below. And as always, if you're interested in supporting the channel further, you'll find all those links below in the description box in order to do so. You can email me for a personal reading and I'll get you out further information. You can follow me on over to my podcast on Spotify. You can even join as a member. I would love to see you on memberships, but if not, thank you for your continued support here. So that being said, today we are just going to hop right into our prayer and get this going. I don't really have any information as of right now. Everything seems to be pretty clear and steady as we go. I know you're not getting quite as many pick a cards right now, and that's just due to the internet where I'm at. It is super slow. So yeah, we're doing the best that we can. But I truly do thank you so much for your continued support at this time. All right. My beloved source, this prayer is for any and all who come onto this reading, onto this channel, whether it's for a moment's time or for the entire time. I ask that you engulf them in the white, divine, supreme light of love and healing at this time. There's a lot going on, not only in the world, but within ourselves individually and collectively. So I ask that you help bring us into a space of silence and stillness so that we can hear the guidance that is available. May the guidance that come through on this message today be received with open hearts and open minds. May they know what is rightfully theirs to take and know that they have the intuitive and discernment that they need to move forward. The guidance is theirs. It's always been theirs. It's always been available to them. I ask that you help open them to this guidance, help open them to this truth, and help remind them that if they are lost, all they need do is but ask, and you will be there to hold their hand and assist them further on the journey. Thank you for your love and your support, my divine source. Thank you for always giving us the truth when we need it. Thank you for always helping us find our path of highest purpose. As these words are spoken onto this space and onto these people, my collective, my tribe, so shall they be. Amen. Aho. Ase. Thank you, my beloved source. Thank you. Okay. And I don't know actually what happened to the ash. I know it fell. Oh, I see where it went. All right, that's cool. So today we do have pick a deck, right? So we are going to do for pile one this beautiful oyster shell. Okay, for pile number two, we do have this beautiful black obsidian arrowhead. Okay. And for pile number three, we have this piece of raw quartz. Okay, so we pile 1, pile 2, and pile 3. Whichever pile you were drawn to, that should be the pile for you. With that being said, I will see you over on your chosen pile. Hello, my fellow human. If you were drawn to this beautiful oyster shell, or if you were drawn to this deck, this is going to be your reading on surprise message from your spirit guides. I do want to say thank you to anyone and everyone that continues to be a supportive part of this journey. I am truly honored to be sharing this time in this space with you. And for those of you that are new here, welcome. This is that reminder that we're all here sharing this human experience together, and that this is a safe space to show up as your highest self. If this should happen to resonate with you, it would help support the channel and mean so much to me if you're to like, comment, and subscribe down below. With that being said, let's go ahead and hop into your message and find out what is a surprise message for pile number 1 spirit guides today. What is a surprise message from pile number 1 spirit guides? What would you like them to know, spirit guides of pile number 1? What is the surprise message that you have for pile number 1? Okay, ooh, we've got 10th house Saturn and Scorpio energy. So we're talking about your career, your accomplishments, right? Your successments, yeah, whatever that is, your achievements, your success. Really moving forward into that. It does feel like you've been struggling quite a lot when it comes to finances or your career and gaining traction in what it is that you want in your life. It does feel like there's a blockage there. It does feel like there's a lot of worry that's coming through about that as well. Like it feels like a huge burden, like it's showing up every day, and they see that you're showing up every day, and they see that you are consistent with your work. They see that you are putting forth a huge amount of energy and effort here, and they see the sacrifices that you've made. And what they want to tell you is that you are learning how to solidify your wants into this material world through the obstacles that you have to face constantly. You have a lot of obstructions in the path, right? Well, what we forget sometimes is that the obstacles are actually the journey. It's not about having a path that's free and clear of struggles. It's about knowing that we've gathered and gained the strength, the courage, the tools that we need in order to face those blockages, those obstacles, those situations. And what they want to tell you is that you are gaining so much recognition for how much growth that you have had. You're basically a brand new person, and you might not know it, right? It's like you've been with you every day through your work. You've been with you every day as you've worked to change. And so you see the changes. They're so subtle, right? They're very subtle to you because it's like every day you're changing, but everyone around you sees how vast your change has been, how much you have completely turned yourself around. And it's like a 360 here. It could be a 180, however you want to look at it. But you've moved yourself onto an entirely different timeline, and people are recognizing that. And so your spirit guides want to first off say, congratulations for continuing to show up here. Congratulations for choosing yourself, because you've done such a miraculous job at it, and you've done so much work, and you are diving into the depths of the shadow, and you are learning how to transcend those toxic patterns that you might have had, those old complacent beliefs that were holding you back. And they're showing you here that through your hard work, your strategies, and your consistency, you're building very solid foundations here. So let's go ahead and hop into the cards and see what the cards would like to say from your spirit guides. Okay. All right, so spirit guides of pile number 1. What is a surprise message that you have for pile number 1, spirit guides? What is a surprise message that you have for pile number 1? What is a surprise message that you have for pile number 1 here? Some new inspiration, it feels like, coming through here. Like they've been watching you and they've been noticing that even though you've shown up and you put through the dedication and you love what you do, you don't mind being in the position that you're in. You actually really do enjoy it. But they're trying to bring to you something else that's going to be far more rewarding, not just financially, but emotionally and mentally and even spiritually here. So spirit guides, what surprise message do you have for pile number 1? Yeah, it's going to be a slow process, right? And I can feel some of you already like, really? Like it's already been such a long process. I can feel that. But it's new, right? It's new. You're not going to show up as a pro at this new inspiration, whatever it is. You have to take steps to get there. You're going to have to take time to set aside to either learn this skill or to develop this talent through practice. And it's, peace, patience, and persistence is the thing they want you to know. It's like showing up in that state of peace, knowing that patience is going to get you there. As long as you stay consistent and persistent towards it, you're going to see even a bigger transformation here. But it is something that you have trepidations about here. It is something that has been in the shadow for a while, and so to open that up feels vulnerable. But let's see what else comes through here. Wow, that's a lot. Okay. So we do have the King of Swords. We have the King of Wands. We have the Two of Wands. And we have the 10 of Wands. There's been a lot of burdens. And not knowing exactly what it is that you're going to do. It's like, I like what I do. I feel like it's a part of my mission. I feel like it's a part of my journey. But there's also things that have left you questioning that too, right? Now look, a lot of kings here. The King of Coins on the bottom of the deck. And the Ace of Cups. Look, followed by the Two of Cups. This is intriguing. This is something they want you to pursue because it's going to bring you a lot of stability in all areas of your life. Mentally, this is more like the spiritual aspect here too, because it's like you're able to take action. It's that courage to take action on, but it's something that makes you feel ready and willing to go through it because it's something that continues to bring you fulfillment. And then you have financially here with the King of Coins, but it's not only something that's going to fulfill you with the Ace of Cups emotionally here. It is something that could potentially connect you with soul tribe or your soulmate, your person in life, okay? And it feels scary here, right? Look, I just want to take, let's put the King right there. I just want to take a look at this Ace of Cups for a second. Like, look at how she's holding little dolls of herself. Right? It's like that aspect of you're feeling like you're giving a part of you away. This is something that otherwise has remained very private to you. And they keep showing me like art. So it's like if you're an artist, and this is just the example that they're showing me here, but it's like if you're an artist and you've always loved to sketch or to draw or to paint, and you've always carried a notebook around with you, but it's something that you don't show people. Like even when people walk up on you while you're drafting something, you very quickly will close the book and you don't really want to share that with anyone. Like that's something that like is very personal to you, okay? So even if you're not like an artist in that way, that's what they're showing here. This is something that feels very personal to you. You keep it very close to heart. I keep hearing that song from Macklemore. There's a line, they're not telling me what the song is, but there's a line where he says, I'm sensitive about my... And he curses. I'm just going to say, I'm sensitive about my shit. Like, that's the thing. That's what it feels like. You're very sensitive about this particular talent. Maybe you've been criticized in the past because of it. Maybe you've had some difficulties in the past because of it. But they're saying here, like, look, they want you to see it from an entirely different perspective. Like, there's a reason that you've always done it. There's a reason it's been with you since childhood. And maybe you don't know what that is because you gave up on it. But look, with the 9 of Coins here, it's something that's going to bring you a lot of financial stability. It's something that's going to make you feel connected to your higher self here, right? And it's gonna give you many options and feel like this victory. What's peeking from the bottom here? Yeah, an Ace of Coins. This is a gift. This is a gift, and I just saw the Fool. Yeah, I just saw the Fool. This is a gift to a new beginning for you. Okay, they don't want you to feel like all the work that you've done has been in vain. That's not what this message is about here, okay? This message is saying that you've done so much work, you've developed so many abilities and talents in order to face all the hardships that now we're choosing to inspire you with this new project, if you will. And it's going to bring you so much clarity. It's going to bring you so much confidence. It's going to make paths open up for you. And along the way, you know, the 10 of Wands is a very interesting card in the Tarot Marseille, because I'm not reading this deck in the reverse. I don't usually read this deck in the reverse. I don't know why. That's just how I've done it since I've gotten it. But the 10 of Wands really does talk about a friendship that stands the test of times when it's in the upright. Now, when it's in the reverse, it talks about taking on responsibilities that are not your own, okay? But it's interesting here because we're looking at this. It's like you're going to have options to meet with people who are going to be there with you. So like if you're an author, you're trying to write, like you're going to meet like a publicist that's going to be there with you until the end. Like this is going to be like a lifelong friend, okay? If you're an artist, you're going to meet a manager that's going to be there with you for your life. Like it's like maybe they're going to help you succeed in this situation at first. And it's going to turn into something where you two become as thick as thieves. It's this energy of you've got each other's backs. Your talent helped them and their talent helped you. It's like you both had one vital side to a coin, right? I just want me to take this rock real quick. Like you have this side of the rock and they have this side of the rock. And without one or the other, it would cease to exist. Like you make up the whole with them. And so the surprise message here is that when this inspiration comes in, to be brave and to move forward with it. Like if you're getting inspired to start sharing your art, start sharing your art. If you're getting inspired to start sharing some talent that you have, share that talent. This really feels like a creative talent that's coming through. Maybe you knit, maybe you sew, maybe you make clothes, maybe you design houses, maybe you know how to design modern furniture. I don't know. It could be anything, right? You know your journey. But this is something like they're going to help inspire you to do that. And it's like the reason being is if you look at this card, this is the Page of Coins. This is something that's brand new for you, but it's not. It's something that has been with you for forever. But if you see her, she's the only one who matters in this card. Life is peaceful. Life is connected. She has her eyes closed. She's not worried about where she's going. She's only worried about what it is that she has to do, right? And here she's viewed as this plant that's growing. And look at all these butterflies are coming to her. She's not going to them. She doesn't have to. Right? She just chooses to be herself. And that's exactly what this feels like. It's them inspiring you to become even more authentic. And I can already feel some resistance from someone here. It's like, but I'm already authentic. I don't need to be more authentic. But the truth of the matter is that our journey is really about becoming or unbecoming what it was that we were told that we had to be. Right? And so we're always on the journey to be authentic. Like we could be given 10 lifetimes over and we would never truly find our authentic self. That's why it's not about the destination. It truly is about the journey. And sometimes it's really difficult when we've come so far and we see how different we are, which we saw with the dice. It's like, well, so now you're telling me that I'm not different enough. It's not about being different. It's about opening up to your truth. You're already changed and now you're ready. You're ready to find this innocent part of yourself. Not only to find that innocent part, but to share it with the world here, even though it's scary. Okay? Even though it's scary. but it's going to bring stability in ways. Like, you're going to boss up, in other words, because of this one thing that's vulnerable. And it's going to make you really look at yourself in a different way as well. So let's get some oracles out here. Spirit guides, what surprise messages? What else would you like to say here? Okay, so we have the Starling. Find strength in social community and achieve your goals. Look, this is what I was saying. It's going to bring you to someone who's going to help you succeed. Like, not someone who's going to judge you, not someone who's going to be like, oh, you have to do it my way or the highway. They're going to be like, hey, look at your talent. You're incredible. You have so much abilities. You have such a huge gift. Like, let's take that and let's market it, or let's do it this way, or let's help bring it to the public in this way. And you're going to have a huge say in what you do. It's not someone that's just forcing you to do something. On the bottom, we have Wood Duck. Enrich your life by keeping your every option open. Yeah, don't limit yourself here. Look at this beautiful duck. Right? They're saying don't limit yourself here. Allow yourself to be free to experience the new. What else would you like to say, spirit guides? What else would you like to say? Right? Sometimes I know we're all looking for that financial stability, but I really feel the need to tell someone this, is that more than anything, the one thing that's going to bring you contentment on this journey isn't going to be finances. Sure, it makes life easier. Sure, it gives you a way to do whatever you want, to buy whatever you want. But ultimately, money doesn't buy happiness. And I know everybody hears that, but not everybody believes that, because they've been convinced otherwise by society or by parents or by past generational curses. So it's like you could earn all the money in the world and still be miserable. And there are tons of examples that prove that. So what they really want to bring you to, and what your spirit guides are trying to bring you to, is not something that's going to be the best financial success in your life, but something that's going to make you spiritually happy and content in this world while bringing you stability. Okay? While bringing you stability. We have House 5 here with passion, play, children, confidence, and creativity. This is going to be something that is going to boost your confidence to the next level. Okay? It's going to be a huge passion for you. I mean, Pisces energy here, intimacy, intuition, and compassion. So it could be in the occult. This could be using your psychic abilities. This could also be writing. I keep hearing writing for some reason. So journaling. This could be going and traveling the world and writing a blog or something like that. Yeah, iceberg, submerged. Right now, people only know a little bit about your capability with this. Okay? This is your wake-up call. It's pretty tumultuous right now, right? It's like, oh my gosh, like this is what they want me to do, but why? Because it's a deep truth for you, right? There's so much more that you can offer, even for yourself. I feel like you're only seeing the tip of the iceberg of this ability that you have. Moderation with rhinoceros here with 32, which is 5, and that's a very uncomfortable place of change. But you've been working so hard, and I feel like for you, pile 1, like the thing is it's like the money has been the main focus here. And I'm not saying that that's wrong, okay? It's not, because we live in a society that is ruled by money, and I understand the importance of that. I'm not taking that away. It's not invalidating what you feel when it comes to that. But the image that they're showing here is something pretty substantial in reference to that. It's everything in moderation, because too much of one thing will burn you, right? So even too much of thinking about and spending all this time worrying about earning money, it's burning you. There's a burnout coming. It's like, I can't continue on with this. Right? And it's interesting because in my other animal deck, the rhinoceros card is overcoming any obstacles. So isn't that interesting? It's almost like twofold right now. It's like you're able to overcome obstacles, but you have to not let yourself burn out. And right now is a very uncomfortable place of change for you, because it's like, this is all I know. I only know how to work extra hard. It's almost like you've worked overtime your entire life. And to take a step back is like the scariest thing in the world, because what about that extra money? What about that extra stuff that's supposed to make me feel comfortable? And they're saying we're trying to bring you to a place where you're not going to burn out, because the minute you burn out, all that other stuff goes away anyways, because you have to call in sick or you have to take time out, or your body just begins to shut down, and it will make you take a break, right? So it's important that we bring you back to something that's going to fulfill you spiritually with the bison and ritual here. Okay, Source is trying to bring you back home to this spirituality. Your guides are trying to lead you back to fulfilling yourself spiritually. You may have been experiencing stomach pains as of late, and that's because there's a gut feeling that you're not following. Okay, and our gut has to do with our spiritual journey as well. So if you've gained some weight recently, or you're having stomach pains or anything along those lines, it has to do with not fulfilling ourselves spiritually. We have number 61 here, give with gratitude and grace. Yeah, and don't feel like you need to be a penny pincher either. I mean, definitely be moderate, right? Again, moderation, right? But don't feel like you have to hoard every little penny that you make either, because when we give with grace and gratitude, we put ourselves in an energy of saying, like, I know that everything is already taken care of for me, which it really is. Like, if you lived in this energy of knowing that Source has got your back, like, you're showing up, you're doing the work, you're taking care of yourself, but you're also making space and time for the things that really matter to you, not just the things that society says has to matter, 21:21 on the clock. Then you have strength. And we have hummingbird spirit, be here now. Okay, and that's the thing, like, you may be very scattered a lot, or you may be dealing with a lot of like forgetfulness, and so they're trying to remind you that it's so important for you to be here now. Be present. The more present you are, the better you'll feel. I'm gonna get one more of these. What surprise message do you have here, spirit guides? Okay, I guess you're gonna get 3. Independence. We're trying to help you find your independence again. Yeah, it does feel like there's a dependence here on money. Like, it might not be money, but it might be like a home that you're trying to take care of. It could be anything, but it does feel like it is money based. Passage. Your current situation is a means to an end. You're making the uncertain voyage to a new world. Enjoy the discoveries as you go. It's about the journey. It's about the journey. Freedom. You need to have more flexibility with your schedule and income. Being self-employed is ideal. Time off will help you get clear. Like, they're trying to be very clear here, okay? Wisdom. You are called to serve as a mentor for someone, or as a role model and guide who can show the way. Use your wisdom and experience. So this is going to help show others that they're capable of following their dreams too. Not just any dreams, but their real dreams. Like the dreams that everybody said, that's not a way to make money, and you're going to prove them otherwise. Right? You're going to prove them otherwise. You're going to be like, you know what? I'm tired of living in this bubble where society says I have to do X, Y, Z in order to be happy, because I haven't been happy in a while. And so the surprise message from your spirit guides is this, is we're bringing you an inspiration. And the minute you choose to follow through with that inspiration, it's going to take you on a wild ride that you might not be expecting, but it will be well worth your time. Okay, so this is what I see here for you, pile number 1. If you feel like this is your reading, leave a little feather emoji down below and say, I choose to step into the unknown, knowing that my freedom waits for me just on the other side. And if this happened to resonate with you, it would mean so much to me, and it would help support the channel if you were to like, comment, and subscribe down below. If you are interested in supporting the channel further, you'll find all those links below in the description box in order to do so. You can email me for a personal reading. You can follow me on over to my podcast on Spotify at Scatter Love Radio. You can even join as a member here, and I would love to see you on memberships, but if not, thank you so much for your continued support here. I truly appreciate you so much. With that being said, I'm going to go ahead and leave this here and get on out of here. I do want to take a quick second, though, to thank your guides, your spirit messengers, your angel source, and my spirit guides for all coming together to give us this incredible message. And until next time, pile number 1, stay human. Bye. Hello, my fellow human. If you were drawn to this black obsidian arrowhead, or if you were drawn to this deck during the pick, then this is going to be your reading on a surprise message from your spirit guides. First, I do want to say thank you to any and everyone that continues to be a supportive part of this journey. Truly honored to be sharing this time in this space with you. And for those of you that are new here, welcome. This is that reminder that we're all here sharing this human experience, and that this is a safe space to show up as your highest, most aligned, loving, authentic self. And if this should happen to resonate, it would truly mean so much to me. It would help support the channel if you were to like, comment, and subscribe below. So with that, let's go ahead and hop to it and find out what your message is. So Spirit Guides of pile number 2, what is the surprise message that you have for them? What is the surprise message that pile number 2 Spirit Guides have for them? What is the surprise message for pile number 2 Spirit Guides? Okay, so we've got the second house, Aquarius, and the Sun about your identity. Feeling muddled. That's the first feeling that I got. It's so weird because before I started your reading, I had everybody was kung fu fighting. Those kicks were fast as lightning. In fact, it was a little bit frightening. They fought with expert timing. Okay. I couldn't get it out of my head. I was like trying to. And they want me to tell you that. So maybe that song means something to you. But I feel like what they're trying to say here is like your energy's been muddled. And it's important for you to move. Okay. Like that's the thing. They want you to move. And movement is going to help you feel more connected with your divinity here. And once you're connecting with your divinity, you're really going to shine, right? You already shine, but there's just something here that's definitely like muting your energy. And I don't know if you're like around a lot of negative people, or if you're in a negative job situation, or if your home situation isn't what you want it to be. But you just feel like there's a huge outside influence on how you feel right now, and they want you to move. And I know, what is that? Why is this a surprise message? We'll get more into it, don't worry. Well, what happens when you move is you become more magnetic. You become more attractive. You become more beautiful, more handsome, more good looking. Like, it's not about your body. It's about letting your light have space, right? Movement creates space in our body. It's like every morning if you wake up and you just stretch, you're going to feel a lot better. If every morning you wake up and you go for a walk, you're going to feel better. If you go for a walk before bed, you're going to feel better. If you go for a walk on your break, you're going to feel better. You could go for a jog. You could go for, cycling. You could do, I don't know, water aerobics. Whatever it is that you feel drawn to, do that. Okay? You don't have to start off with like 40 minutes. You don't even have to start out with an hour or anything like that. They're saying 5 or 10 minutes every day getting up and moving is going to make you feel good. And this is going to really affect the way that you are seen by yourself, which affects the way that others sees you as well. But it has to do with your identity, letting your identity shine through movement. And so you might already be moving, but there's something else that you need to add to your regimen. So maybe you're a weightlifter, right? This is the example they're showing me, someone in the gym lifting weights. Like, you have a very set, solid regimen that you do every single day. You never falter. They're saying that it's become boring. It's just a routine. There's no, variety to it. Even though you might have a set legs day, full body day, arms day, abs day, like you may have those days set. But they're just saying there's like no variety. And so you're getting stagnant in that energy, which could be what's muting your energy, that muddled down type of feeling. It's like I don't feel good, but I just keep going because I know I'm supposed to. There's like no inspiration here. And therefore, it's like, because you're not feeling inspired in your movement, it's also showing outwardly that you're not feeling inspired in life. And with Aquarius energy here, they just want you to do something radical. Like for you, maybe you've been thinking you're a weightlifter and you're like, man, I've really been thinking about swimming. I really want to try swimming. Like, it looks like it'd be a lot of fun. It's just different. They want you to go try swimming. And that's just the example that they're giving me here, okay? You could be someone that is a runner. You run every day, you jog every day, and then you're like, you know what, you're getting bored with your running, so maybe you want to go try those Kanga boots or something like that, right? So it's just spicing up the routine a little bit here. It might not even just be about working out. This could be your routine with home, with work, or whatever it is. Just feeling very, honestly feel like I'm in a box right now and I just want to break out of the box. Like I can't handle it. I can't breathe because it's just like, okay, but it's like a feeling of obligation also that's coming with that. And so they want you to know that the more that you break free from routine, it's not giving up on the things that matter, the things that are good for you. It's just finding new ways to bring inspiration in, right? Like if you could set aside 30 minutes a day and just step aside from your routine and do something spontaneous, that will help you reconnect with that divinity inside. And through that reconnection, you're going to feel a lot of vitality coming through here, a lot of energy and downloads. I feel like you're going to receive a lot of downloads when you do that as well. Just doing something different. Feels like you need to move. All right, so let's get some messages here further and find out more what this surprise message entails. Whoa, let's like flip the deck over, huh? Yeah, it's like it's something sudden. Like if you choose to do this, there's something sudden that's going to be here. Oh, okay. Yeah. So that you're going to meet someone doing this. Like you doing something different with your routine is going to help you meet someone as well. So whether you're looking for soul tribe, a friend, a lover, whatever it is you're looking for, it's going to bring you closer to that energy. So spirit guides, what's your surprise message for pile number 2? What would you like to say here? Yeah. So we have the 8 of spades also depicting justice here. Seeing things from a more balanced state. Right now it just feels like you're in your head. You're stuck in this same place, like I'm in a prison. That's what I was feeling earlier, that confinement. Feeling like I'm living in a box. And it seems like you're more of a free spirit, and it's like you want to be free and you want to let your spirit express itself, but whatever reason, it's like, this is life now. Like I have to live life like this. This is how it's meant to be lived. And somewhere along the way, you've lost that freedom of expression and you've come into this place of just seeing things only from this confined place. And it's like if you try to step your toe outside of that, it feels very uncertain. And that uncertainty is what almost lets your ego kind of rule that. The emotional ego, and feels like a very subconscious patterning coming through here where it's like not afraid to try new things, but afraid to add something new to the routine. So it's like if you have free time to try something new, I feel like you definitely do. But to bring something new into the routine, it's like, I don't have time for that. I don't have space for that. I don't have the energy for that. There's like all these things that come up that show a subconscious patterning at play. And with justice here, it's like they're trying to help you balance that out. And so the surprise message is to just try it. See what happens. Try it. You might be surprised, right? And it does feel like you're running low on energy here. It feels like you want more, but more for yourself. Like more energy to get up and get ready, or more energy to enjoy your day, or more energy to, play with the kids, or to play with the dog, or to play with the cat, whatever it is. Just more energy to hang out with friends. May I please have one more card? Thank you. Okay, on the bottom, yeah, we have the 3 of Swords here. Like they're trying to help give you guidance. They're trying to help give you assistance here. The 3 of Swords from the Tarot Marseille talks about divine intervention, right? So it's like our spirit guides, source, angels, whoever it is that you believe in. We're talking about spirit guides today. So the spirit guides are coming in, trying to give you assistance here. Like they're desperately doing their best to help give you the signs and the signals that you need to make this change. But it's like they can't contend with your ego, right? Like that's for you to contend with. That's not for them to contend with. They can just give you the inspiration and you make the choice. And in order to make a fresh start, you have to make a choice and stick with it. Be consistent here. There's, again, communication with the Eight of Clubs here. They're trying to communicate with you. And we have Temperance here with the Two of Hearts. Something that you either love to do or someone that you're going to love deeply here. They're trying to bring this healing in. What's peaking? The Five of Swords. Yeah. There's just this obstinate refusal to change right now. And again, it's not necessarily that you're consciously making this choice to not change. It's just there's like all these other reasons or excuses that keep coming up, and they feel very valid, and they are very valid until you are the one that says, you know what, they're not valid enough to keep me from living the life that I want. Okay, so we have the Seven of Spades with the Chariot. We have the King of Coins or the King of Diamonds here. We have the Two of Diamonds with the Pope S. Yeah, this is something that you've been getting intuitive nudges as well. It's like you've been weighing your options. Okay, well, if I leave this behind and I make room and space for this, then what am I going to lose? What am I going to miss out on? Am I not going to have, the place or the time to make money? Or am I going to have to give up on making money? But see, they're trying to bring you into a more innocent place as well as a more stable place with the King of Diamonds here, like representing this ability to materialize what you want while being stable within your own energy. And so with the Two of Diamonds here, you have this energy. It's like you're just not sure. There's a lot of turns. There's a lot of twists to doing this. There's a lot of energy that's required already to do this. And you have the choice here with the Seven of Spades depicting also the Chariot. You're the one that has a choice. Look at this. In this deck, right? This is the Illuminated Tarot. I don't remember the author, but it is the Illuminated Tarot. So there's not 78 cards. There's actually only 56 cards in this. It is based on a playing deck. But all 78 cards are present because, like this, you have the Two of Diamonds, which is the Two of Coins, and the Pope S, and you have Chariot with the Seven of Spades, the Seven of Swords, the Justice with the Eight of Swords, and so they're all present. So you've got 3 mystery cards out on this reading showing that you have the ability to make this choice, and that your guide's surprise message is that it's really about you surprising yourself and choosing to take this journey, right? Choosing to go and leave the shadow here and come into the light. It is going to be a process, though, because you're going to have to stick with the consistency of it. You already know how to build a routine. You already know how to show up. But to show up for this, it just seems like you don't have the time, energy, or you want to put the effort towards it. And that's what they're saying here. It's like when you do, you're going to feel a lot better about yourself. You're also going to learn a lot about yourself. And 2, it's going to bring you closer to your intuitive self, your higher self. Because you're going to be trusting these nudges and know that sometimes we just have to trust that it's going to work out, right? Especially this just feels like a confirmation here with the Pope S making an appearance here. This feels like a confirmation that you've been getting, but it does feel like you've been doing everything. And maybe you haven't been making excuses, but unknowingly, this has happened to me before where it's like I've gotten a nudge and I'm like, yeah, that's a great idea. I really love that. And I'll start to work on it. But then all of a sudden I'll be like, oh, I need to do the dishes. And I'll get up and I'll go do the dishes. And then while I'm doing the dishes, I'm like, oh, I need to go and fold the laundry. And then I'll go fold the laundry. Or, oh, I need to go and vacuum. And so I'll go vacuum. And these are just house chores. But it's just an example of, right? So that's what they're showing me here. It's like you might not have any excuses of why you're not doing it. It's just that when you sit down to do it, it seems like there are other things that are far more important. And they're saying that this is the most important thing for you right now. Right? So the surprise message is that your intuition has been correct and that we're trying to bring you to something that's far more stable for you, that doesn't feel so up in the air, like, oh my gosh, I'm wasting so much time or I'm putting so much energy and effort into something that's not bearing anything like I was promised. It's like we're trying to bring you to that thing that's been promised. but it's just a different direction. Like, it's never exactly how we imagine it to be, right? That's life. Let's get some oracles out here for pile number 2. What else would you like to say? Okay, thank you. On the bottom, we have pheasant with adopt to place and circumstance to discover happiness and contentment. I can't make this up. Like, this is an adaptation to your already established routine. But it's difficult sometimes. Like, you're already in like a rhythm. It's like, I'm doing a rhythm. I've got things down. It's like, what if I mess up my rhythm? And they're trying to tell you, like, you're going to figure it out. You're way smarter and way more capable than you give yourself credit for, right? On the bottom, we have house 7, profound relationships, intimacy, and romantic partnerships. They're trying to get you to your soul tribe and your love. So, like, if you're asking for love, like, they're trying to bring you closer to that. Okay, if you're asking for your soul tribe, they're trying to bring you closer to that. But you have to make the switch. They can only suggest it. Real, it's just like any advice that someone gives us. Our spirit guides are the same. Like, they can give us advice, but if we choose not to take it, that's on us. That's not on them. It's not on them leading us wrong. It's literally that we made a choice, right? And so that's why it's so important for us to be okay with the decisions that we make, right? This is a part of unfoldment here and a part of you leaving your karma behind, right? Coming into good karma. It's just something it does feel like this is a generational curse that's an old pattern, an old subconscious pattern that's following you here. And that's why it's unfolding here for you. It's just something that's been playing out over and over again, right? And you can choose to let that go. Thank you. This is a transformation for you. It's the ending, bringing a cycle to a close. Like, it's not yet ending it. It's not yet completing it, but you're bringing it to a close here, okay? With Sea Otter and transformation. Letting it go. Letting go of this old belief that you can't and saying, I can. Right? That's like, don't tell me what you can't do. Tell me instead what you can do. Take a leap of faith. Trust. Trust that this is taking you down the right path. Trust that they know what they're doing, right? They see things that we don't. Okay, and I feel like they want an angel message for you here. And we'll get one relationship card for you. May you please have an angel card here? Thank you. We have a Teresa, time out. You've been so busy taking care of everyone else's needs, but now it's time to stop and take care of yourself. Yeah, so you're getting nudged to slow down. Like, slow down and reevaluate where it is that you're headed. So what's the love card that you'd like to bring out here, since you keep pointing at relationships? What would be the love card that you would like here? Sword and Rose. Clarity and truth. Revelations, honor and protection, and determination. Isn't it funny that the love card that came out isn't actually about love? It's about finding your truth, having clarity, right? What did I say earlier? Didn't I even say that? Like, when you do this, you're going to be getting downloads, and we have revelations here, right? Honor and protection, determination. You're going to find that this is something that you want to protect. This is something that you want to put the effort towards once you start. We have separation here. Right now, you're dealing with this. Is that muddled energy, sadness and bitterness, missing you, thinking about you, uncertain future. This is that muddled energy, just unsure of what's next, unsure of what's coming. Flamingo, nourish your soul and you will survive harsh circumstances. Yes. Thank you, spirit guides. Thank you. Right? Short-eared owl. Inner peace and a sense of wonder are regained by immersing yourself in nature. So they're also saying to get outside some more. So maybe you've been under the harsh lights for quite a while and haven't had time to yourself. And so it's time for you to nourish yourself and do stuff outside, right? We have Leo, self-confidence, loyalty, and creativity. This is a creative endeavor that's going to bring a lot of confidence to your journey, make you feel a lot better about what it is that you're doing. We have Athena. It is safe for you to be powerful. You know how to be powerful in a loving way that benefits others as well as yourself. So this feels like just learning how to say no right now. A lot of pink coming through, which connects to the star chakra, which is the one that's above the crown chakra. And so it's definitely higher realms coming in right now, okay? So this higher wisdom that's coming in for you, this is higher realm wisdom. It can also connect with the heart chakra. And so there's this loving energy that just wants you to know that you have something so beautiful waiting for you. You have to believe in yourself right now and to know that you can make space and time for those nudges that you've been getting. Yeah, we're trying to help you purify your energy, feeling like muddled down. I can't get past that. Like, I feel so heavy. I feel closed in. I feel like I want to be done. I love doing this. I want to be done with your reading because the energy is just like that. It's like I'm about to reach a tipping point where it's like I'm about to scream at everybody here because I am so stuck in this energy, and that's what it feels like you're in. And so your spirit guides are trying to help you get beyond that. It would be very beneficial for you to take spiritual baths, to take a Epsom salt bath, to do a soak, go swimming, to go to the ocean, to go to the river, to go to the creek, or just to drink simply more water. Like do a 1 week where you drink nothing but water, and you're going to see some really good benefits from that, okay? Reliability with goat. Yeah, they're not questioning how reliable you are. They're not questioning anything, right? But they want to bring you into a new cycle here with 19 being 10. They want to help you see the fruit of your efforts. You've done so much. You put so much effort forward on this routine, but it's not quite fulfilling you. And so they know that you're reliable to show up for this, and they want to show you that they too are reliable for you and helping guide you on your journey. Nightingale, spirit, love is all around. With number 41 and 5, this is a very uncomfortable place of change, right? They're asking you to do something that it just feels like, oh my gosh, like I can't do that. Like you want me to do something that I don't know if I'm ready to do, if I'm even willing to do this. And they're saying that you have everything right now that you need in order to make this shift, and you're going to be okay. You've made it through so much other stuff that's been so much harder than this. And yet there just feels like a lot of resistance here. And the surprise is that when you make that shift, you're going to be given like sudden instant clarity, like, oh my gosh, this is what I should have been doing all along. And I don't know why I was running away from this, or I don't know why I was avoiding this. I was just trying to make ends meet elsewhere. I was trying to do things a different way. And really, I was just not listening to myself or listening to my intuition. And nobody's mad here. Like, they're not mad at you. No one's upset with you. They're doing this in the most loving way possible because they understand that, like, you see it in a different way and they want to respect that, but they also want to help you find a new way to look at it, and knowing that you can trust that intuitive guidance that you're receiving, that it is very powerful for you and that you will receive good things if you trust that, okay? So this is what I see here for you, pile number 2. If you feel like this is your reading, leave a little owl emoji down below and say, I nourish my soul, knowing that that nourishment brings me so much bounty, right? And if this resonated with you, it would mean so much to me. Truly help the channel if you were to like, comment, and subscribe below. If you're interested in supporting the channel further, you'll find all those links below in the description box in order to do so. You can email me for a personal reading. You can follow me on over to my podcast on Spotify at Scatter Love Radio. You can even join as a member, and I would love to see you on memberships, but if not, thank you for your continued support here. I'm going to go ahead and leave this here and get on out of here. I do want to take a quick second, though, to thank your guides, your spirit messengers, your angel source, and my spirit guides for coming together to give us this amazing message. And until next time, pile number 2, stay human. Bye. Hello, my fellow human. If you were drawn to this beautiful piece of raw quartz, or if you were drawn to this pile during the pick, then this is going to be your reading on your surprise message from your spirit guides. First thing I do want to say is thank you to anyone and everyone that continues to be a supportive part of this journey. I'm truly honored to be sharing this time in this space with you. And for those of you that are new here, welcome. Thank you so much for joining us. We're just as a reminder that we're all here sharing this human experience and that this is a safe space to show up as your highest, most aligned, loving, authentic self. Should this happen to resonate with you, it would mean so much to me, and it would help support the channel if you were to like, comment, and subscribe down below. Before I even get into the dice reading, I just want to say that starting your reading, I almost didn't start it because I have this overwhelming energy of indecisiveness. Like, I don't want to do this. I don't know if I should do that. What should I do here? What should I do there? Like, I couldn't stop. I was literally sitting here staring at the camera for forever. And I was like, okay, I have to do this reading. And the other readings is fine. I just showed up. I did them. No big deal. But I get to yours and I'm like, I don't know. Like, I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. And I'm not normally like that. Normally, I'm very decisive. I myself am very decisive. So I feel like you've been dealing with a lot of indecisiveness lately. And with that coming out, like, I'm starting to feel better now that I'm mentioning it. So with that coming out, I feel like it's something that your spirit guides definitely want to address today and see what that means for you. So let us go ahead and find out, what is the surprise message for pile number 3, spirit guides? What is the surprise message for pile number 3? What would you like them to know? What is the surprise message for pile number 3? Okay, so we've got the 5th house, Libra energy, and and Pluto, and it is so funny because the shadow aspect of Libra is indecisiveness. Like, that is Libra trait all the way. If they're in their shadow, they're very indecisive, and I think that it's funny that Libra would come up in that aspect here, right? Superficial indecisiveness. Okay, I think I'm gaining a better understanding here. It feels like you want something, like you want to be a leader, you want to be seen as a leader. This could be love too, you want love, but it just feels like there's like, I don't know what to do, I don't know how to bring it in. Whatever it is that you want, okay, there's a want here. XYZ, insert your want. Whatever it is that you want, there's a lot of indecisiveness that's following that. Right? Whether that's with your expression, your joy, your spirit, your creativity, your hobbies, your interests, your love, interests, whatever it is here. It's like, I want to be able to do that. I want to be able to express love, but I don't know how. I want to be able to express myself, but I don't know how. I want to be able to be joyful, but I don't know how. I want to be listening to my spirit, but I don't know how. Like, that's what it feels like. That's how I felt. Like, I want to start this reading, but I don't know how. Like, I really felt like that. And I was like, oh my gosh, this is crazy. Like, this is so heavy, this energy right now. It is so, so, so heavy. And it's not that you're not charming. You're a very charming person. You're very usually peaceful, easygoing, diplomatic, pretty harmonious. But right now, there's just a huge, huge energy of indecisiveness. And I don't know if that's because you got some sort of download recently and you're like, don't know how to incorporate, or you have outgrown something that you've been doing for a while and now to move on, you know, it feels like there's something that you have to leave behind. That's what it feels like. I'm leaving behind something that I thought was always going to be a part of my life moving forward. It could be a home, it could be a car, it could be a relationship, it could be a family situationship, whatever it is. Yeah, it's like, and I feel it right in my third eye. Like, my third eye is like, it feels like I have a weird headache right here in my third eye, like just pounding. This is something you mull over a lot. You spend a lot of time mulling over this, and it's just something that like never seemingly has an answer. And with Pluto energy here, it's like they're telling you this is something that you can transmute. You can absolutely transform this and gain a sense of power from this, gain a sense of stability from this, but it will be an upheaval. There's going to be a lot that's going on. And I feel like the upheaval is the deep emotions that are going to be arising with this. Like, because you're receiving something new, there's always going to be those fears that go along with that. Like, well, what if, or what about, and all this stuff, all these questions. And they're saying just sit with it, All these fears are very valid. All these emotions that you're experiencing are very valid. You may also get sinus headaches as well, but I'm feeling like headaches is something that's been coming up recently for you, because I'm feeling that so heavy right now. Like, whoa, I almost want to pause this and go somewhere else, but I know that this has to do with the reading. It's just very heavy energy right now. So they're trying to help bring you into this new sense of balance within your energy, because it feels like you've just, sometimes when we have been doing something for a long time and we love what we do, we're not questioning it, but there's still like a sense of lack with that. And it's not really having to do with old patterns, the lack itself. It's having to do with this may not be what is our path, right? And so sometimes we have to walk away from things that we didn't think that we would ever walk away from. And it may not be asking you, like, we'll see some more with the cards, right? They may not be asking you to walk away from it. They may be more or less asking you to devote time elsewhere and then devote less time to this one particular thing. It's kind of been a similar message across all three piles, but very different energies. Like it's almost like a story, a journey. Very different energies of where everyone's at. Yeah. Like different processes is what they're saying here. Yeah, it's something that you're highly committed to. This is like, so it could be a relationship. It could be a job, a place of employment. And you like, see, here's the thing, you like it. It's not like you don't like it. You really do like it. You really enjoy what you do. You've gained a lot of wisdom from it. You've gained a lot of, skills, and you've become really good at what you do. You really love that. You really do love it. But there's also a lot of indecisiveness all of a sudden. Like, what do I do? And you know what to do. Like, they're saying that. But let's see what comes through this. Like, what would you like to tell pile 3 spirit guides? Okay, thank you. What would you like to tell pile number 3 spirit guides? What would you like to tell pile number 3 spirit guides? Yeah, this is the completion. It's like you've completed what you were meant to learn from this. Like, whether that was an ability, a gift, a talent, whatever it was, like you gained everything that you could from it. And now it's just kind of not hindering your progress, but it's just kind of stagnating. All right, let's get one more. What else would you like to say, spirit guides? Wow. Yeah. It feels like self-sabotage here. Like, that's where the indecisiveness is coming into play too. Because, like, sometimes you're like, well, if I leave, am I giving up too soon, or did I stay the whole way? Like, I feel like I'm the one that always ruins it or whatever. And they're saying, like, don't feel like that here, because you're not going to self-sabotage when you listen to what your heart wants. Okay? Look, we've got the 9 of Wands on the bottom in the reverse. Like, it's like wanting to start over. It's not, they're helping you. Look, we have the 3 of Swords here. This is divine intervention coming through here. They're trying to help you start over, but I don't want to start over. That's where the resistance is here with the 9 of Wands in the reverse. Like, I don't want to start over. Like, what happens? It's like a whole brand new thing, and they're like trying to show you that there's a better path for you to travel. Even though it's a long path, it's a slow path. And the Knight of Coins. Look, we have the Wheel of Fortune. Wow. We have, and the King of Coins has come out in every single pile. Holy Toledo. All right, so this is the thing. You're on a good path, right? You're on a very good path already, and it's been a long path, and they don't want you to necessarily give up what you're doing. But it feels like there's something else here that they're trying to gift you. So it could be a new skill. This could be a new ability or something. And so I feel like somebody has definitely watched all 3 piles here. And if you have, leave a purple heart down below. That's for my piles, the people that watch all 3 piles. And just say I made it. I truly do appreciate you. But I also feel like they're trying to show you here, like, you've built something that's already growing. Like, it's already growing. If you pull back from it a little bit, it's not gonna diminish its growth. Like, it's almost like you're in this energy of like indecisiveness because I want to put all of my energy towards this one thing, while equally so knowing that there's other things that you want to build. But with the Wheel of Fortune here next to the King of Coins, this is something that's already going to take time to build anyways. And it's like, whether you devote 5 hours to it or 50 hours to it, it's basically going to grow at the same rate, right? It's just going to be slow and steady. It's going to be a long-term thing. There's nothing that you can do right now that's going to speed this up. Like, it's become its own entity. Like, I'm seeing a snowball rolling down the hill. Like, it's going to do its own thing, right? Like, it's, whether it has bumps and bruises in it, whether it has a hole in it, whether it gets bigger really, really quick or really, really slow, it doesn't matter. Like, it's got its own energy right now, and it's moving at its own energy. But it feels like you, every second of the day, are putting every little bit of energy you have to kind of try to control this and to control how it's growing. And they're saying, like, hold up. This is what's putting you in this self-sabotage energy. Like, it's already growing. You're already putting the effort towards it. They want you to continue that effort, but they don't want you to feel so indecisive if, like, one day you're like, I really need to take this day to myself. Like, I really just need to not even focus on what it is that I'm building. I need this time to myself. I need to focus on me. I need to focus on how I can reconnect with myself and come back to self-love. So with the Wheel of Fortune at the center of the reading, you could absolutely be a Sagittarius or Pisces. Ooh, you're all spicy, Pisces. Oh, that was hilarious. Anyways, well, we have this. You could be Sag or Pisces. You could have 10th house in Sag or Pisces. Okay, could also be any fixed signs, Taurus, heavy in the Taurus energy, or Virgo, Libra, Scorpio, Leo, and Aquarius energy coming out heavy as well. So anyways, what they're showing here, though, with the Wheel of Fortune at the center of your reading, it's like the heart of this, it's like, has to do with how you feel. What you do has to do with how you feel. Like, you've already created something that's seen. It's like if you built an online business to offer a product, right? And your product is selling, and you're selling right now maybe 5 units a week, which is better than when you were selling no units a week, right? This is just the example they're showing me, so take it as it resonates. But it's like you're selling 5 units this week, and you've been selling 5 units consistently for a couple of months, and you're like, oh my gosh, when am I ever going to make it to 10 units? And so you start, like, overworking yourself to push the units. And you're like, you know, maybe you create a newsletter, you create a blast, an email blast to everyone. You're like trying to market it even more. Like, you're marketing on all your social medias, but you still aren't going above 5 units, right? And that's what they're saying. They're like, no, there's nothing you can do to control this right now, because it's developed its own energy. And that's a good thing, because it's almost it's like a passive income. It feels like it's something that will turn into a passive income, even though it doesn't feel like it. It feels like you're just doing everything in your power to get more from it, like make it more profitable. And you are profiting from it. Like, see, we have the King of Coins here. They're showing you are profiting from it, but the indecisiveness comes. It's like when you know you need a break, you're like, oh, but I really need to work on this, or I really need to go over here. And so you might struggle for a day where it's like you should just not feel guilty about taking that day to yourself. Like, you should just be able to check out and be like okay with that. But instead, there's this energy coming in, and it's like, I'm going to struggle the whole morning on whether or not I should take the day to myself. And then by the time that I actually get to a decision, it's too late. So I'm just going to take the day to myself anyways. And so you spent all this extra energy focusing on whether or not you should take the day off, when if you just woke up and you're like, look, I just don't feel into it today, so I'm going to take today, then all that extra time is time for rest, because they're trying to show you that you've done something very successful here. They're not asking, again, it's not asking you to walk away from it, but I keep getting an energy of like having to just let it rest. You need to let it rest so you could rest. And it's like, I was saying, it's like this energy, I don't want to start over. And that's what they're trying to help you see. Like, there's nothing that you need to start over here. It's already gaining traction. It's already going somewhere. Yeah, you're already getting recognized by people. It's just not happening as fast as you expected it to. But it is happening with the Three of Wands here. It is something that's happening. And with the Devil showing up here, this is that energy, yeah. I'm afraid that I'm not meeting requirements here with the Three of Coins and the Devil in the reverse. I'm afraid I'm not meeting requirements, and they're saying you absolutely are. You absolutely are meeting requirements. Just because it's not what you expected it to be doesn't mean that it's wrong. We're helping you get to the people who are going to support you, not the people who are false leads, or the people who are looky-loos, or the people who aren't going to support you, who just come in and they have stuff to say, but they're not actually, supportive customers. That's what it feels like. It feels like this is some business that you're running, or some side business that you're trying to run, and you've put so much time and effort into it. You become very, very secure in your knowledge for this. And they're just saying here, like, it's already, just let it do its thing. The Wheel of Fortune here, look, usually Fortuna is the one that's turning the wheel, but here you see the King of Coins is the one that's turning the wheel here, which shows it's already successful. It may not be what you think it should be, but that doesn't make it less successful, right? It just means that we're just not as far along as we wanted to be, but it's still moving. And so right now you have the King of Coins turning the Wheel of Fortune, which is good luck, good fortune. They're trying to show you have good fortune in this already. Don't be your own worst enemy here with the Ace of Wands in the reverse. Don't be your own worst enemy here by leaving yourself in this indecisive place of like, oh my gosh, it's not doing as well as I should. Maybe I should walk away. I feel like you've had to start over again and again and again. And that's why we have the Nine of Wands here in the reverse on the bottom of the deck. It's like this energy of like, I don't want to do that again. And they're saying, no. This one we need to stay. This is something that's good. You've created something that's good. This is something that's stable. This is all very, very positive energy. You've completed the process. You've put forth the effort. Things are working on their own. It's been a long time coming. Okay, it's been a very slow journey, but it is stable. Okay, it's something that's stable. It's something that you've created consistency, and your consistency has created a pocket of people who rely on you. Okay, maybe it's not thousands and thousands of people, but even if it's 10 people who come to you, no matter what, time after time, these 10 people are reliant on you and whatever it is that you offer. It's like they're showing you that's success. That's something that a lot of people won't get to because they'll just give up thinking it's not good enough. But you consistently show up. You consistently do what you need to do. It's like you may falter here and there, but you still show up for that. And that's what they're saying. When you need space, take your space. Because you're already building something here and you need to have the energy to show up. Like already I feel a ton better. Like let me just say, I feel loads better already getting this out. So it's interesting. That's what they want to show you. Like the surprise message is that you've built something that's substantial already. Don't try to compare it to other people's. Don't try to compare it to Lucy down the road or to Frank up the block. It's not. No, because yours is unique to you, and it's going to build at the rate that it's going to build. And so it's like maybe your snowball is serpentining down the hill. Okay, so it's not a straight line because the path that we travel rarely is a straight line. And so here's your snowball just kind of going wee, 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 wee. And so you're like, oh my gosh, it's right here and I feel like I'm stuck. And it's like, no, I'm still rolling. Look, devotion overcomes setbacks. That's what it is. So they want you to stay devoted. But they also equally understand if in your devotion, you know, like, hey, I'm devoted, but I need to take the next 24 hours so I can just focus on me. They're like, that's fine. Because there's this old pattern, this is subconscious patterning that's arriving here, that's arising from your mind, the rational mind of communication, early learning, and childhood relations, that's saying that, like, if you're not, it's almost like if someone in your family hasn't said you're doing a good job, then you're not doing a good job. But it doesn't have to be someone in your family. It could just be that idea that surrounds it, like, oh, well, so-and-so hasn't said I'm doing a good job, so I must be doing awful at it. But maybe so-and-so isn't around, right? And that's what it feels like. It just feels like you're waiting for someone to tell you that you're doing a good job. And they're here telling you you're doing a good job. You're doing amazing. You've become consistent in a way that you maybe haven't been before. You built something that's very stable. You built something that's showing up for others, and it's creating, you're creating headway somewhere here. Don't let these old belief systems get you back into this self-sabotaging energy where you give up on something good. This is something good for you. Yeah, Pisces energy heavy here. Intimacy, intuition, and compassion. So they want you to have compassion for yourself, right? It's not always easy. But sometimes it's one of those things, like when we choose to be compassionate for ourselves, like we see the benefit behind it. And as a human, trust me, I know sometimes that is the most difficult thing because we expect such high standards from ourselves. This is vulnerability coming through. That's something that makes you feel vulnerable. Not just having compassion for yourself, but taking time for yourself. It makes you feel vulnerable because it makes you feel like you look weak. And you're not. You're not weak. No, like that's so silly. It's just such a silly thing, right? Like it's so natural for us to need time and space for us. Right? It's so natural for us to do that. And we see that. And you don't judge others when they have to take time and space for themselves. But isn't the silly part of it is that when you need it yourself, you're like, oh no, I can't take that. Like I have to be a robot. I have to be consistent. I have to do this. I have to do that. Not giving yourself space to say, hey, I've been consistent this whole time. And it's nothing to beat yourself up for, right? Like, no, that's just very human. For as much as you see that in yourself, it resides in so many other people, right? Like I struggle with that too. So it's just something that we have to remember, right? They want you to come to peace. Take off the mask. You're not in a fight anymore. You're not in a fight for life. Feels like, and if that's what it feels like I have to show up. It's almost like chaos. Along with indecisiveness, that's why I'm saying, like, I didn't want to do your reading. I'm so glad I did, because I understand this energy absolutely, but it's just like there's like a lot of chaos going on. Like it's like kind of like I'm over here, I'm over here, I'm over here, I'm doing that, I'm doing this, I'm over here, I'm over here. And it's like, and then you go to bed at night and you're like, oh my gosh, I am so tired. And then it's like when you get so tired you can't even sleep. And that's what they're saying, like, put the mask down. Put the mask down here and don't feel like you're weak because you need space and time. Your peace is the most important thing on this journey. Okay? Alright, thank you. Wow, that card went flying over there. Look, we have owl. You see clearly. Yeah. This is, they're trying to give you this wisdom. They're trying to give you this understanding, this inner standing here. Sing your own song. Do it to your own beat. Don't try to keep up with others here. Make your dreams real, right? You're doing that. You're doing an amazing job. Know your worth, though, and sweet results await. Like, look at all these positive images here, these positive messages. Reclaim your power. Yeah, so you've given your power away to this idea. It's just an idea, right? But ideas are very powerful. Actually, let's take a look at what the shadow... I got these new deck. They're shadow love cards, but I just want to see if the shadow aspect comes out here for your reading. What's the shadow aspect that pile 3 has been dealing with here? I just keep feeling like not enough. Like, that's the thing. Like, nothing you do is ever good enough. It's not done well enough. It's not enough in general. Like, you need more. Oh, I remember when I first started one of my channels. Like, I had this I had this feeling like no matter how many videos I made, there was never enough because I was always behind. It's such a weird feeling, that is. We have cuts both ways, good and bad aspects, a mixed blessing and division. Yeah, this is the shadow aspect coming through. Like, you see the good, but you also see the bad. Like, oh, like, well, I feel like I'm slacking over here, and I'm doing good here, but I'm slacking over here. And then we have mechanical, going through the motions, checked out, routine. Wow. So this is what they want you to walk away from. They don't want you to just do it because it's just routine and you're just not enjoying it. You're not staying present. You're just elsewhere when you're doing it. They really want you to show up because you enjoy it. But when you're constantly thinking that you're not caught up, or you're always behind, or there's always more to do and there's no time for you, you're always going to be in this energy. Okay? The Iberian magpie, welcoming the unexpected, intrusive or undesirable, brings unlooked for benefits. Yeah, so it's intrusive, it's undesirable to stop working so hard, but it will bring, you won't see it until you do it, right? Yeah, you're getting to emerge. This is receptive energy as well. They're trying to bring you into a more receptive state, so you're not so highly aspect in the masculine energy of go, 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 go. They want you to be in that feminine energy of receiving as well. They want you to shift your focus here. Yeah, focus back on yourself. Look, this always makes you think the spirit guides are trying to lead you back into this space of freedom, right? And that's what they're trying to do here. Yeah, they don't want you to be stuck in this place of fear. With fear hyena, it's like moving from this lack mentality into a space of prosperity. Like, you're doing the work, and now they want you to come into a mindset of believing that the work is beneficial. It is going to profit for you. Okay? Magic works through you. Exactly. You're the magic being in this. It's you. So the more that you fear that you're not doing enough, the more that will be true. But the more that you come into this space of focusing on yourself and knowing that what you do right now is enough, the more that also will be true. And that will help you get out of this just going through the motions energy, right? And it'll bring you back into balance is what they're really trying to do here. Just bringing you back into a balance of peace and harmony, because it really does feel like right now inner peace is your goal. And they want you to have faith that that's what they're trying to bring you towards, okay? So this is what I see for you here, pile number 3. If you feel like this is your reading, leave the little drama masks emoji down below and say, I dropped the mask of fear so that I can enter my place in peace. Leave me a thumbs up if you felt like this resonated with you. It would mean so much to me and help support the channel if you were to comment and subscribe down below. If you're interested in supporting the channel further, you'll find all those links below in the description box necessary to do so. You can email me for a personal reading. You can follow me on over to my podcast on Spotify at Scatter Love Radio. You can even join as a member, and I would love to see you on memberships, but if not, thank you for your continued support here. I am going to go ahead and leave this here and get on out of here. I do, however, want to take a second to thank your guides, your spirit messengers, your angel source, and my guides for coming together to give us this message. And until next time, pile number 3, stay human. Bye.